Okay, here we go. Getting ready. Today, we've got 3 pet portraits left. We've got a different kind of pet. Got a horse. I don't draw a ton of horses, so this will be probably the most challenging one that I'll do. So first, so when I have to draw something that I'm not used to, I sometimes do a bit of a breakdown of what of what I'm going to be drawing. So I made a new layer on top of the artwork, or on top of the reference here. So I'm going to zoom in. And I'm just going to do a little bit of guide work. So I think we're going to go with this drawing or this reference here. And we might, and I think this, like the closer head is just a bit of a clearer show of this mark here, and just like the face. So, okay. So I'm just going to do like a little, like this is just me trying to get used to the shape of what we're gonna draw here. So I'm just tracing around and looking at the different shapes we have, and this will hopefully give me a better idea of what we're working with here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's get a sketch down. So I'm going to zoom back out far, and we're going to try and capture that. We've got the 2 eyes, and I'll do, as usual, like this is just a sketch, and I'll do a bit tighter, more informative work afterwards. And we've got this, their large jaw here, and their ears are kind of like on top, like above their eyes. Okay. When I was a kid, when I was really little, I wanted to be a horse. Didn't really realize, they told me I could be anything I wanted to be, so I was obviously like, well, I'll tell you what I want to be. But as I grew older, I decided I didn't want to be a horse, because that, I think, wouldn't be great, as being a human has its perks. But I definitely wish I had the chance to interact with horses more, and maybe befriend one. I think that would be pretty sweet. Okay, so I think we've got like a pretty good horse shape going on here. And then we've got the neck. So I'm going to zoom in, I think, a bit more than the photograph. And then, let's see. So we've got, let's see, what's going on? Yeah, I think I'm going to exaggerate just a little bit, like raise the horse's head up a little bit, kind of like this second picture. And now that I've zoomed out more, I think I need to move this eye maybe a little bit higher. I think that looks a bit more accurate and a bit more solid. Chrissy, horse, why the long face? Oh, Chrissy, I love you. You're fantastic. Okay. So I want to outline where that mark on the horse's forehead is as well. And I got a special note not to include the 2 markings on the nose, so I'm going to ignore those and focus on this diamond. Erase these things I did a little bit. Okay, so this marking looks like it's a bit closer to the farther eye, maybe. So I think it's around, yeah, it's around here. A bit like that. And we've got some horse hairs. I think it's more brushed over the opposite side, so I'll just kind of put some indication of it going over the other way. Okay. Okay, let's start painting. I like this sunset in the background. Let's do a little bit of that. So maybe we'll do a kind of a brown color. Oh, don't know where that went. Oh, there it is. I think I put that file into another folder. Okay, so we'll do it kind of like maybe the ground is here, and then we'll do some green there, and then the sky. We do yellow, we can do some orange, we can get up to this color. And I wonder if we can try it. Let's try something special. Let's try, where would it be? So it's a filter. Let's do a blur. Did that do anything? I don't even know if it did. I don't know. Let's try Gaussian blur. Is it doing anything? I don't see any difference. Oh, it's working. Okay, so a blur kind of just makes it look like the photograph is like as though if it was a picture. Like the horse will be in crisp with crisp lines, and then the background's kind of blurry. Okay, so we're gonna, oops, wrong layer. We're gonna bring the sketch layer down, and then we're gonna start painting. So I'm gonna zoom back in on these references here. Bring them back up here. I'm gonna put them in a folder for easier management. Okay, so let's zoom in. So it looks like this horse has like a brown color for the most part, like a nice rich brown. So I'm gonna go a little bit lighter than the reference for this. So maybe I'll pull this brown here and saturate it and lighten it up just a little bit. And we'll see how we get along. So I'm going to fill in first with the brown color. Am I on the right layer? Yes. I'll move these references out of the way up here. We still have the little sketch I did floating up there, but that's okay. That won't be in the final. Yeah, that won't be in the final product. Okay. And fill in where their ears are. I'll tighten it up just a little bit. We can work on the shape a little bit afterwards. Okay, I need to make my sketch a little bit more evident. There we go. Okay, so we've got it all the way down here. I think maybe, yeah, we'll do this because that will give us space for the back of the horse. Okay, and now I'm going to go take a darker color and we're going to make some definition here. Let me see. Let's start with under the neck. So I'm going to be making a little bit of this up just because I don't want the drawing to be as dark as the reference. Like I want you to be able to kind of see a bit more. And maybe I will even add a correction layer and brighten up that reference just so I can hopefully be able to see a bit more. Oh, it looks like it just affects those images, so that's great. Yeah, okay, I can see a lot more now actually. And we're going to use that information as our way to move forward here. Okay, so I'm going to shade under the neck and down onto the chest. So this muscle grouping here. And maybe we'll get under the eye and on the side of the nose here. And then the muzzle, I don't know what it's called on a horse, the lip area. Kind of shade that. I only take photos of him in dim lighting apparently. Even while Disco is in the barn, the lighting is dark. Oh, and it is called a muzzle. Awesome, perfect. Yeah, it is a dark photograph, but that's okay. We're still gonna get. Is he like a really dark brown color? I don't want to go too light. I'm trying to find a nice balance here. Oops. He is black with gray flecks throughout his coat. Okay, I will darken him up then. Thank you. It's good to know. Okay, so how I'm going to handle that is I'm going to darken this whole thing in a moment. Want to try and get as much information in here as I can first. Okay. We'll do that. We'll just get a bigger brush here. We'll shade all this in. Get the under leg shadows here. Okay, so let's darken this up. So I'm going to make a correction layer and we're going to go. Okay, wait. I want to hook this to this layer. see. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to squish that, and then I'm going to use these colors and move forward that way. So he looks a lot more black now, which is what we're going for. Okay. So let's pull this, and we'll get that kind of shoulder shadow here. Okay, I'm going to get an actual black. And we'll do his eyes. And move this closer to try and get a better look at what's going on here. Okay, so it looks like he's got some curiosity. Wondering. I always just assume animals are kind of like, what are you doing with that camera? What are you... I don't have my face on yet. I haven't even prepared. Get some highlights in there. One thing I always love about horses is they all look like they have these glorious eyelashes, and I don't know a ton about horses, but is that a thing? Like, do they have eyelashes? Try and get that shape a bit closer to correct here. So this is not right. So let's fix it. Oops. Oh my goodness. I want a brush, not an eraser. Absolutely. He looks like he has those fun false eyelashes. Oh, he's very carrot motivated. Oh, that's cute. I love it. Very carrot motivated. So, I mean, that's, you know what? Carrots are really good. So I don't blame him for being carrot motivated. Let's get that, that beautiful fur marking here. Okay, and then it's a really beautiful shape. There we go. Now let's work a little bit on his hair. We'll do like a really dark color. Get some hairs like they're blowing in the wind a little bit, maybe. Move these back up. Thanks, Wendy. He's looking gorgeous. Gorgeous model, gorgeous drawing. We trained him not to be afraid of cars by placing carrots in the hood of different parked vehicles. Now he inspects cars for food. Oh my goodness! That's cute. As long as they're not moving. So, okay, so you need to train them to do that. Is that like if do you walk or do you ride him on the side of the road? I don't know, like I said, I don't know a ton about horses, so. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of like, just a little bit of texture around these darker areas just to kind of blend out these shapes. I feel like they're a little bit harsh. So I just want to soften them up a little bit by getting a color that's in between the dark and the light color, and then I'm using that to just make a little bit of like fuzzy texture. I'm also going to get his nostril in there. So, Leah, do you want me to draw his bridle as well, or are you okay with him not wearing it in the drawing? We go for rides on the road. Perfect. I only do the carrot trick with cars that belong to people we know. Yeah. You don't want them like trying to break into someone else's car or something for carrots. So I'm just gonna soften, like I said, just softening these edges a little bit. You don't have to draw. Oh, it's a halter. Yeah, the Carrot Bandit. Yeah, you get him a costume for Halloween, like a little mask or something. Carrot Bandit. Okay. Actually, I really like this area down here, like these soft shapes, so I might not change it too much. Actually, maybe I'll just do a little bit of like kind of similar communicating. I don't like that as much. I think, yeah. I don't want to get too in the weeds with shapes and stuff, because if I'm not as familiar with horse anatomy, I might end up making it look weird. So here we go. I'm gonna do a little, like just a little bit of highlights to bring out some features, and then we'll call it done. Hi, Kiwi. Just to, like, you know, really sell that we've got, you know, the eyes are here. Here's the outline of the ear. Yeah, just to make some stuff pop a little bit. There. There we go. Okay, Leah, I hope you like it. I think it looks pretty good with that background, actually. And I think blurring the background was a good choice. Maybe I'll do, okay, one last thing. I know I said I was done, but I just want to darken the part on his muzzle. Just down under here to really emphasize that shadow, and maybe just a little bit of shadow under here as well. Yeah, I think it needed that, just a little bit. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Disco. You are incredible. And I'm going to move on to the next pet now. And let's see if we know who this pet's name is. This is Stevie. Okay. Yeah, have a great day, Disco. Yes, we have a handsome Stevie here. I wonder... Okay. I'm curious how this Stevie got their name, because we know a cat named Stevie, and her name was from Stevie Nicks, I believe. So I'd be curious to know if this Stevie has similar name origins. The ears are so long. Oh my goodness. So cute. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna bring it down. Just get the shape of the head as close as I can. And then, let's see, we've got these eyes, these beautiful eyes. I'm not sure if Stevie here was just like being woken up for this photograph, but I like the attention on the photographer here, just like I was relaxing on this ledge and you found me and now you photographed me. You dare disturb me on my perfect ledge? Stevie, so much tinier than Disco. That's true. That's true. I've been drawing on the wrong layer. You guys. You guys. I'm just gonna start over. It's fine. Classic. Classic. I knew I had to do it at least once for these streams because, like, you know, I can't just never make that mistake. a classic mistake, and a lot of artists have been there. We know that pain, and now everyone kind of sees that. Okay, I'm gonna try and get the angle of the face better anyway. That was bugging me. Okay, so here's where the line of the eyes will go. It's tilted a little bit. And the nose. Okay, and the muzzle down. Okay, and then we've got little fur kind of shoulder here. Cool, cool, cool. Little cheeky. We'll do a better job on the face when we paint it. That's my goal. Okay, so let's see. So this is kind of like almost like a square shape here. And then the arms are coming forward. This is an elbow, and the arms come forward like this. So do kind of bigger paws here in the front because they're getting, they look bigger because they're closer to the camera. I might have exaggerated them just a little bit too much. Let's shrink them just a little. Whoops. I'm not fully used to this program still. Okay, what do I want to do here? Yeah, maybe they just need to be more forward to the side. Oops. Okay, I think I'm happier with this here. And then the back of Stevie is like this. Okay. I'm going to zoom in and just pay attention to the face for a moment so that I have an easier time when I'm painting. So I think I made the nose a little bit too long, so I'm just going to fix that. And then we've got kind of this I don't know if Stevie's actually a little irritated here, but they're definitely giving me a little bit of that vibe of like, how dare you disturb me on my ledge. This is my ledge. I made it myself. Don't look into it. I'm sure the documentation doesn't say that I made it, but I did. It's mine. I own it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to make this sketch a lot bigger. Because we've got a good shape here. And I'm going to do, let's see, what do we want to do for the background? Yeah, maybe we will just have like a similar background to what we see here. Like that brown shape of the ledge. I talked about the ledge so much, I can't omit the ledge now. We'll just have it like that. So just a really big brown shape, like in a oh, she is named after Stevie Nicks. Oh. Oh. That's sweet. Our other friend Stevie was named after Stevie Nicks too. Okay, and now we'll do a beige. for the background. There we go. Now we're talking. So I'm going to use this little tool here. This is like a polygonal lasso kind of thing where I can select an area and a shape I want. And then when I paint in it, it just paints in there. And this kind of gives the background just this little oomph to echo what's going on in the reference image. Okay. Let's get to painting Stevie. I'm gonna remove some of this information here so I can see Stevie so I can see both Stevies simultaneously. There we go. I'm gonna make my sketch a bit fainter while I paint. I'll make my sketch a bit fainter while I paint her. Okay, I'm gonna start with this kind of like gray, warm gray, and then I'll be able to add the really darks and get some really light lights at the same time. Right, and I think that's her tail, and there's her little paw, her other paw. Okay, your little cheek, up the ear, across the way. There we go. Fill all this in. A little jaggy, which is okay, I guess, a little bit because we're going for a fur texture, so it makes sense. There we go. Okay, good. Now I'm going to take a really dark color, more saturated. This will be the shadows. So, zoom in on the face. I wonder if I can make this any smaller. I should have did that literal days ago. I need more real estate. Okay, so let's see. We got a shadow. We've got dark on top of the eyes. All here. So this is one shadow shape we'll communicate here. And we want this too, I think, to be deep shadow, and definitely all underneath the face. So we'll get all this. Let's do this whole front section. Yeah. Bigger brush. Okay, we've got a tail. Precious. I'm not sure if that is, I think it's her tail wrapping around. I hope so. Because I'm going to make it look even a little bit more like her tail. And then kind of a shadow of her leg. Yeah, I love how velvety they look as well, Chrissy. Such beauty and grace. I think I'm gonna get some pink in the ears too. let's do some pink real quick, and then I'll actually, I'm always jumping around. I'm gonna do these paws real quick. Am I on the right layer? Yes. Okay. Let's get some pink. Let's go here. Let's try this. See if it's too... I think that's good. I don't want to go too bright, but I want to go brighter than the reference image just to really give that that little light coming through the ear, the subsurface scattering sort of effect that I mentioned in my last live stream that Chrissy helped look up for me. We'll do some cat ear furnishings here. Covering over some of the pink. Okay, so the eyes look to be fairly green. They look actually, they're fairly yellow. I'm gonna really saturate that to really make them pop out here. That's not what shape her eyes are. Okay, Stevie, here we go. Okay. Okay, her other eye. Now let's get the black. And now we'll put in some details and any super deep shadows we want to add. Okay, I think I'm gonna I'm gonna try and make her look like she's looking more at the camera than that. We want some highlights here too. Okay, so maybe looks like her nose is mostly black with some highlight. Let's color that in. And we'll get a highlight color to show that it's like a shiny nose. And we want the fur of her chin here to be like evident that it's furry. Maybe I'll do her like little lip area more black. Maybe I'll put more black into her nose as well. Okay, let's get rid of this sketch. See what we're working with here. Okay, I'm gonna go in with some black. And we're gonna communicate more shapery. So she's got this is supposed to be her. Let's fix this. This is her. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Hard to tell shapes sometimes, but I think we're getting there. I think this is a really good image to sort of demonstrate, Chrissy, we were talking about the like scarab, like the sort of fur shapes on a cat's head, and how you can still kind of see it in this cat, even though there's no actual stripes or anything, but you can still see that same pattern there. So I'm going to pull away. I'm going to darken this shadow here, and then we're going to darken over this side of the paw and this side of the paw. And then that side. Okay, we're going to darken over here and over here. I'm going to get a middle color. Let's darken up the highlights too. Darken up the chin. We want it to be really dark under her chin, actually. Chrissy says, it's so cool. It makes me wonder if the part of the reason why cats were so revered in ancient Egypt, or if cats were bred to have them, like the little stripy marks. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. It might be, you know, that stuff might be documented somewhere. So let's clear up these paws to show the little toesies. And let's hide the reference and see what else we should do here. I'm gonna do some more shade just in the back area here to differentiate like the head from the back. I might make her in the shelf a little bit bigger in the frame. Just a smidge. I'm going to take this color for the background. I'm going to use it like a shadow underneath her. Put a line here too. There. Hello, Stevie. Thank you for being you. And actually, I'm going to do one last thing with this background here. I'm just going to, I feel like it's a bit too bright, so I'm just going to put a little bit of just a little bit of a tint to the background there. So it's not such a drastic difference. Okay. Thank you, Stevie. You're adorable. And now our final pet portrait. The very, very last one. So this is Ducky. Chrissy says, if you compare the markings to a scarab, especially Egyptian art of scarabs, it really is shocking how accurate it is. Interesting. Steve U. Stunner. So thanks so much. My daughter loves it. Oh, great. Was your daughter watching us draw Stevie? If so, hello. Okay, so let's draw Ducky here. What is this? Did I just make this layer? Yes, she was. Oh, tell her I say hi, or if she's still watching, hello. Okay, so Ducky. So I'll get my classic purple to start. Oh, Stevie was watching too. Oh, good thing you only told me after I was done, or I would have had stage fright. Because Stevie would have been watching me draw her. Yeah, it's awkward when you're trying to draw somebody and they're actually watching you do it, because then you're kind of like getting self-conscious. Like, oh, what if they think I made them not good looking enough or something? Okay. Okay, Ducky. Ducky's doing a blep. A classic move, Ducky. Very adorable. It's like you knew you were gonna have your portrait drawn, so you made the cutest face you could think of. Okay, and then we get our little nose in here. Little triangular nose. And the blep, the most important part. Chrissy says, I almost named my first cat Ducky, but my mom and brother made me change it. Oh! Stevie was watching, so cute. Steve was watching, so cute. Steve doesn't sound nearly as cute, yeah. But Stevie was watching. Okay, so we've got the little muzzle part. Kind of like the markings almost like make the muzzle look even smaller than it actually is because of the colors, and it almost looks like the blep is making like little cat lips come out like this part. Blip. A little lip underneath, and then the chin. Little chin. It's a really thin, delicate chin under there. And then we've got, okay, I think I might have, let me see. Put that eye too high. I'm sure I'll notice it after I paint everything, and then I'll want to move it around. Okay. This is an interesting angle of photograph. It's like on the diagonal. So this looks like Ducky was in like mid-lick and then got interrupted, and now is looking at the interrupter. Like, excuse you? I was trying to clean my body, and you come barging in. I was trying to take a shower, and you're taking pictures of me. Okay, we got a shadow coming like that, and we've got some like highlights here we'll capture as well. Okay. But then when you tilt the canvas back, it almost looks like they're being a bit coy, like oh. Would you like me to give you a shower? I have a tongue and I can clean your head and shoulders if you need me to. Does anyone else have a cat who would like lick someone's hair if they sat at the couch or something, and they'd like climb up behind them and start licking their hair? Like if they had any kind of like hair gel or even just like the right texture or something, they're up there like I can't remember what cat, but my partner was sitting on a couch and one of the cats came up and like started biting his hair. That was funny. I mean, it was funny for me. I'll move that down a little. Okay, let's do a background. Okay, right, but what's in the background right now is beige, but I might steal, what's this color? I might steal this color and do kind of just a fainter version of that to kind of really push the purple forward. Or push the orange forward once we get there. And then I'll just do brown for the foreground item. I'll put the foreground item on another layer so I can actually make it a foreground item. Okay, now I'll do a paint layer. And we're gonna grab a middle color. Let's do this color. And let's fill in. Chrissy, what if we don't draw them how they want to be drawn? Cats. I have no concept of the self. Meow, yeah. Yeah, Steve does sound like the name of your next door neighbor, not your cat, yeah. Steve the cat. And then Ducky is such a good cat name for a cat versus Steve. Stevie, though, is an excellent cat name, I gotta say. Stevie, amazing cat name. 10 out of 10. No offense to any cats named Steve. It is a good name. especially if it's your neighbor's cat. Then it kind of ties together really nicely into this conversation. Okay, so we're getting some dark colors in here, like under the chin and just these kind of shadow. I'm doing some squiggles here for the marks, and then it's a bit lighter here. And we'll pull this lighter color and we'll be able to communicate some of these lighter bits. Especially on the side of the nose and these little like eyebrowish things. Around the little lip area and chin. Okay. I also want to get a nice pink for the ears. It's almost glowing with the subsurface scattering. It's a bit darker ear, this one. And get some furnishings in here. Also on this side. So let's zoom in and do the face. Okay, so we want, oh, Chrissy's got a whole little story here. When I was a kid, I had the budding habit of trichotillomania. I was able to curb it pretty early, but I was left with a bald spot right on the crown of my head. So that would be like, what, is that right here? My cat at my dad's, who was a mama cat through and through, would sit at my pillow at night and lick the spot. Oh my god. That's really cute. Did you find that the cat sort of licking it made it worse or anything? Like, I know cats' purrs have like healing powers. I wonder if their saliva does as well. Like maybe she was encouraging more hair growth. So let's do more saturated for right in here and darker too. I'm not really dark for just the this isn't working. I'm gonna do some fancy footwork here. We're going to, nope, not that one. We're going to, nope, not that one either. There we go. I'm gonna shrink it just a little bit. Kind of get it on the right plane, and then we're gonna paint around it. Ducky's pupils are massive here. Okay, so I need to pull this light color as the top lips on both sides. It was looking kind of like a mustache, and that's not what we wanted. Okay, so what color are Ducky's eyes? Color pick and see what we have. So this is showing brown, but they kind of look like a little bit more yellow than that. So let's see if we can saturate that just a bit, and we'll put some highlights in. That looks pretty green. I don't think we want that green. Because it's almost like, I find sometimes with orange cats, they'll look like they have amber, like amber eyes, and their fur and their eyes are almost like the same color. The licking didn't make the spot worse. I think she was trying to stimulate hair growth. Good, sweet old Bumblebee. What a sweetheart. I think she probably did stimulate growth. I feel like cats know a lot about healing inherently. Like, if I'm feeling really sick, my cat will come and like purr on my stomach or something and make me feel a lot better. And I'm like, you know what you're doing. I'm gonna tilt this eye a bit. Just a little bit, and maybe see what that looks like. Okay, maybe I need to do this. I need to do this. Okay, I think that's a bit better. And then we'll take this and connect that there. We'll do this here. There we go. That makes a bit more sense. Okay, we want some stripes. See, I'm getting myself lost in the details and we're running out of time. I don't want to run out of time before I'm satisfied with the results. So I'm looking at a different reference because I was getting too bogged down in the weeds with this one, but I think I can look back at this one now. Okay, I want some lighter bits here. Yeah, so Steve is also the name of Wendy's husband, and then yeah. Good name for husband. Fitting husband name. Okay. I think we're getting somewhere now. I want some lighter colors here because it almost looks like the fur's got a glow to it because of the sun. So I'm just gonna put some extra light where the light's hitting. Here, just kind of a bit here, a little bit here. And then we can almost do some of the darker details in the same fashion because we've got some darker shadows here and here, and even here. Maybe we can do a little bit of that there. Okay. I think I'm getting close to being done Ducky here. Ducky's little dimple almost. A little shadow coming from the eye. A little bit of fur detail. Okay, might do a little bit of a darker shadow on this side of the face. And I want to do a little couple of whiskers. Let's do some light whiskers. There, a couple of the eyebrow whiskers. I think that's pretty good. Okay, well, we did it, everybody. I'm just gonna do even a little bit more because I can't help myself. But we did it. We got through the whole list of pet portraits, and it only took me 3 days. Not too bad. I hope everybody's happy with their portraits. I had a blast doing them, and thank you so much for hanging out with me in the chat. I super appreciate having just a couple of comments here and there so that it's not like not lonely or like I'm talking into a void or anything like that. So yeah, we did it. Yay! I will save these off and send them out. And then we've raised, and all together through everyone's donations and everyone who bought pet portraits and stuff, we made, and we had a donation through our work. So we ended up getting, what was it, Wendy? It was like 500 from work and 470 through a couple of donations, and like the rest were all the pet portraits. So we almost raised $1,000 for the North Dartmouth Outreach Resource Center. Yeah. So, oh, we made it to $1,000 even. Yay! Good job, everybody. So that's really exciting. So through Blue Drop, thanks Blue Drop, and thanks Jess for bumping us up to the end. NDORC, North Dartmouth Outreach Resource Center. I got it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and these videos will be up for about 2 weeks, and then Twitch takes them down on the 2-week mark, so if anybody was wanting to catch them, yeah. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad that you were able to check up on the portraits. I think I want to do my own personal, like I might do some personal commissions of pet portraits on the weekend sometime in case anyone wanted to tune in. I'll let people know. But if you want, you can give me a follow on Twitch and it will let you know when I'm streaming. Anyway, goodbye. Have a great afternoon. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the sun when you can, and take care of yourselves. Bye.